Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to another exciting episode of Jazz Biz Buzz. As promised, हम हमेशा आपके लिए एक नई इंडस्ट्री और एक नया CEO लेकर आते हैं to explore. And today's interview is going to be really interesting because it's going to be about food. We have here today with us Mr. Nauman Sikandar, CEO Foodpanda, and we are going to engage in conversation with him today. So, Assalamu alaikum ji.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank
Yeah.
you for inviting me. I'm doing great. I think the weather is brilliant today and the scenery is just beautiful. Yeah.
It is for Karachi. It is beautiful weather.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So the basic question, which everybody thinks about, why food?
So about 8 to 10 years back, I had completed my masters in England, and I got an opportunity to work for one of the largest restaurants in UK. And उस वक्त एक वहाँ पर नई कंपनी लॉन्च हुई थी by the name of Just Eat, and they were an online food ordering platform. And we got that technology within our restaurant, and we saw that week after week that through that technology we were getting so many orders. So and then I looked back at Pakistan. I saw that there are millions of people, thousands of restaurants, and there was nothing which was connecting both. So I thought it would be a great idea, and I love food. I really love food. I'm a hardcore foodie, like a lot of other foodies in Pakistan, and I thought it would be just a great thing to bridge the gap between consumers and restaurants in the country.
So speaking of bridging the gap between consumers and restaurants, it's a last mile business. It's last mile commerce. It's very, very difficult to basically achieve because you have X number of restaurants and N number of riders going around. It's a huge network.
Yeah.
How do you manage to maintain your customer experience?
I think it's I think very good question. I think in terms of a lot of people who start this business think of this business as a human resource business. कि हम लोग अपना business start करेंगे, हम लोग riders रख लेंगे तो हम लोग अच्छी service दे सकते हैं. हम लोग इस business को 99% technology business समझते हैं. So हमारा एक बहुत strong algorithm है जो continuously riders की performance को measure करता है from customers, and any rider which is not performing great is pushed down to the bottom of that rating system, and the top riders are given more jobs and more opportunities to fulfill more orders. So if good riders are fulfilling more orders, the customer experience is great. Apart from that, because we have a fleet of 30 to 50,000 riders, we have very strong technology to measure all the rider performances continuously, zone-wise, city-wise, and based upon that data, हम लोग बहुत अच्छे decisions ले पाते हैं. And then obviously it is very important to keep your riders happy as well. So forming different partnerships, making sure that all the money they've earned today, they are able to bring it back through a credible source. One of them, we use also Jazz as our payment collection partner from riders.
Right.
So basically what happens is rider ने आज की shift की है, and then they can go to a Jazz preferred outlet and they can submit money which would be sent to our bank account. So just making sure that overall chain is well taken care of.
Right. So you've been in the business about 8 years now. लेकिन अभी भी हम फूड पांडा को एज अ स्टार्टअप डील करते हैं, उसको एज अ स्टार्टअप समझते हैं. इफ इट वर लाइक अ कन्वेंशनल ब्रिक एंड मोर्टर काइंड ऑफ अ मॉडल, तो 5 साल के बाद वो कंपनी बन जाती है.
बिल्कुल.
तो व्हाई डू यू थिंक दैट इज कि अभी भी हम क्यों फूड पांडा जैसी कंपनीज को, टेक्नोलॉजी स्टार्टअप्स को स्टार्टअप मेंटालिटी ही कंसिडर करते हैं?
सही है. I think it's great that you guys think of us as a startup. I think and I think it was mentioned in your question as well. स्टार्टअप मेंटालिटी होना और स्टार्टअप होना दो अलग चीज़ें हैं. अभी जो हम लोग का कंपनी का साइज़ है, इट इज़ पोटेंशली मे बी इन टॉप 200 कंपनीज विद इन द कंट्री. सो हम लोग का तकरीबन मंथली जो टर्नओवर है वो तकरीबन 5-6 अरब रुपए है जो हम लोग दूसरे रेस्टोरेंट्स या पार्टनर्स के लिए जनरेट करते हैं. हम लोग के तकरीबन 30 से 50 हज़ार राइडर पार्टनर्स हैं. उसके बाद 20,000 रेस्टोरेंट्स और होम शेफ पार्टनर्स हैं. हम लोग की जो अपनी डायरेक्ट टीम है, दैट इज़ अबाउट 1,000 पीपल, प्लस indirect people who work with us are around 3,000 to 4,000 people more. So this is potentially one of the largest size companies in the country. We operate in more than 50 cities. हम लोग जो Panda Mart का infrastructure है, which we started last year only, we have about 35 full stores of Panda Mart spread across all the key cities of Pakistan. So from a size, we are quite a sizable company. But mentality जो है, ये mindset जो है, not mentality, mindset जो है, that is for a startup. And startup mindset आपका continuously होना बहुत important है. और वो so basically हम लोग जो काम कर रहे हैं काफ़ी innovative काम है, जिसमें हम लोग पहली बार बाउंड्री स्ट्रेच करके अंडरस्टैंड कर रहे हैं, कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर चेंज कर रहे हैं, समथिंग लाइक पैंडा मार्ट डिलीवरिंग ग्रोसरीज इन 15 मिनट्स. एंड ऐसे माइंडसेट को यू कैन नॉट build or scale these companies with a very old school mindset. It has to be a fresh new mindset, because हम लोगों ने last year एक साल में जब से Panda Mart launch किया है, we have launched 1,000 things, we have broken 600 things, we have rebuilt things, and that is a continuous innovation mindset which we run, which I would like to call a startup mindset. And whether the company after 10 years, wherever we are, I would still like to think that we have that startup mindset, because that is, which I very strongly believe, a mindset for success.
Yeah, absolutely. So while you're talking about Home Chefs and Panda Mart, you guys have recently expanded. Was this expansion accelerated because of COVID and the need of the hour, or was this always in your plan to, bring in these products eventually?
Okay, great. So have you ordered from a Home Chef?
Not really, no.
Okay, so I think you should order from a Home Chef. I think because the food is just brilliant. I think it's if you're tired and you're not cooking one day, then you can order and you'll get the same great taste, and the value for money is brilliant. I think this is something which connects very closely to our business and also fulfills the corporate social responsibility very closely. Pakistan में एक genuine मसला है कि number of restaurants नहीं है. If you compare ourselves with developed markets like Thailand or Singapore, वहाँ पर 1,000 लोगों पे शायद 100 रेस्टोरेंट्स होते हैं. पाकिस्तान में 1,000 लोगों पे शायद एक रेस्टोरेंट है, 2 रेस्टोरेंट है, बहुत कम रेस्टोरेंट डेंसिटी है. So we wanted to have more choices available on the platform so people can order. And also we believe that restaurant food is something which you would order maybe आप जो है तकरीबन महीने में 3 से 4 बार खा लेंगी. But घर का खाना is something which you can order all the time. So we wanted to have an option which you can comfortably order for breakfast, lunch or dinner. So and that's why we launched Home Chef last year. It had a launch date, had a match date with COVID as well. But at that point in time, we heard कि काफ़ी लोग जो हैं, unfortunately, companies were sort of shutting down or sort of laying off. So we thought कि हम लोग जितना जल्दी ये vertical scale कर सकते हैं, ये शायद ecosystem को फ़ायदा दे, हमें भी फ़ायदा दे as a company, ecosystem को भी फ़ायदा दे. एंड अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत अच्छा रिजल्ट है. तो आज हमारे पास तकरीबन 3 से 4 हज़ार होम शेफ्स काम करते हैं. कुछ हमारे जो टॉप होम शेफ्स हैं वो महीने का तकरीबन 18 से 20 लाख रुपए का रेवेन्यू जनरेट करते हैं खुद. और बहुत ज़्यादा होम शेफ्स हैं जो 5 लाख से ऊपर का रेवेन्यू जनरेट करते हैं. और तकरीबन 40 से 50% ऐसे होम शेफ्स हैं जिनकी टोटल घर की सोर्स ऑफ इनकम सिर्फ फूड पांडा है. और ज़बरदस्त चीज़ ये है कि अब हमारे पास होम शेफ्स ऐसे आना शुरू हो गए हैं जिनकी रेटिंग्स भी बहुत अच्छी हैं, रिव्यूज़ भी बहुत अच्छे हैं, कस्टमर्स भी ऑर्डर कर रहे हैं, और गवर्नमेंट भी अब हमें बहुत सपोर्ट कर रही है.
अच्छा.
रिड्यूस टैक्सेस दे दिए गवर्नमेंट ने हमें कि फॉर होम शेफ्स. कामयाब जवान के अंदर एक एक्सक्लूसिव विंडो दी है, इनके फास्ट ट्रैक हो रही हैं एप्लीकेशंस टू लॉन्च, बिकॉज माशाल्लाह से इसकी इकोनॉमिक अपॉर्चुनिटी बहुत अच्छी है. वीव सीन पीपल कम टुगेदर, families come together, brothers come together, husband wives coming together, mother son coming together to launch these verticals, and mashallah so now they're expanding, so it's great. In terms of Panda Mart, so Home Chef, mashallah say one more thing, it was solely Pakistan led initiative. Now इसको डिलीवरी हीरो 40 मुल्कों में जो ऑपरेट करता है वो इसको ग्लोबल इनिशिएटिव बना के डिफरेंट मुल्कों में लॉन्च कर रहे हैं. सो आई थिंक दैट इज़ अ गुड थिंग फॉर अस. बाकी जो हमारा पैंडा मार्ट है दैट ऑब्वियसली स्टार्टेड ऑफ इन टर्की. हमारी वहाँ पर कंपनी है एम एस सेपिटी एंड दे स्टार्टेड डूइंग डिलीवरीज, ग्रोसरी डिलीवरी, and it was quite a successful model, and then we are scaling it in Pakistan and we're scaling it in other countries as well.
So you mentioned Panda Mart, तो you've recently started it as well. तो मुझे थोड़ा सा ये बताएं कि इस तरह का जो business होता है उसके लिए if you don't have your own marts available, you have to build inventories and then you have to build warehouses from their
बिल्कुल.
management, etc. So are you relying on third-party vendors or third-party companies for that, or are you building your own warehouses and your own inventory management systems?
नहीं, इसके अंदर दो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट कंपोनेंट्स हैं. एक तो ये है कि हम लोग कस्टमर को सर्विस क्या देते हैं और एक ये है कि हम लोग अर्निंग क्या करते हैं. जो हमारी अर्निंग से रिलेटेड है, बिकॉज एक नॉर्मल ग्रोसरी स्टोर है, वहाँ पर कंज्यूमर जाता है, वहाँ से गुड्स एक जगह से जाके ख़रीद रहा होता है, लास्ट माइल नहीं होती, तो वो अगर कम मार्जिन पे भी काम करें ग्रोसरी स्टोर्स, दे कैन स्टिल मेक मनी. हमारे केस में उन मार्जिन के ऊपर लास्ट माइल हर ऑर्डर के लिए जब आप कर रहे होते यू कैन नॉट मेक मनी. सो हम लोग वर्चुअली वी वेंट डायरेक्टली टू ऑल द कंपनीज एंड वी टोल्ड देम. और ये मॉडल इतना ब्यूटीफुल है कि इसमें आप इंस्टेंट फुलफिलमेंट कर रहे होते हैं. तो उसकी दूसरी साइड कस्टमर है, जो ऑब्वियसली सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट साइड है. कस्टमर्स के लिए वी आर वेरी प्राउड कि आज हम लोग वो एक्सपीरियंस लॉन्च किया है जो पोटेंशली यूरोप और यूएस में और दुनिया भर में लॉन्च हो रहे हैं. हम लोग के पास आज कैपेसिटी है 10 से 15 मिनट में लोगों को डिलीवर करने की, 5 to 6,000 टॉप SKUs. एंड उस चीज़ को अकॉम्प्लिश करने के लिए आप थर्ड पार्टीज़ के साथ काम नहीं कर सकते. हमारे अपने डेडिकेटेड वेयर हाउसेज हैं, तकरीबन 5 to 6,000 square feet each. We have 35 of those and we're launching a lot more of those across Pakistan. We have amazing teams who are working in those Panda Marts. So जैसे ही आप ऑर्डर देते हैं, within 2 minutes लोग पिक पैक करके वो ऑर्डर रेडी करते हैं, our rider collects it and then delivers it to you.
Let's talk a little bit about an ecosystem that is required to basically make a business flourish. So you're talking about that you have your own warehouses and you're talking about a lot of other things as well. कि home chefs का आपने पूरा network अपने पास उठा लिया, but then you need to run a business, and to run a business you need dependency on a lot of things. Just the app that you have, it needs to be installed on a mobile phone, and then it has to have a data connection in it. So potential wise, I feel like there's a lot of potential in the market, but potential wise थोड़ा सा मुझे explain करें कि the market that you have already tapped, 50 cities that you have already tapped, do you think जो forecast आपने किया था initially वो आपने उसको gather भी किया है, and then the dependency that you have on other companies or other setups to basically make your business run, how do you sort of cope with that?
I think पाकिस्तान में जो 3G 4G के we were just looking at some stats, 100 million plus 3G 4G subscribers जो latest हैं stats, and I think which is great. A lot more people, and basically किसी भी e-commerce company को flourish करने के लिए 3 चीज़ें बहुत important हैं. एक इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी है, एक पेमेंट्स है और एक लॉजिस्टिक्स है. So as soon as you are able to cover all 3 of these, the e-commerce business can grow really quickly. And we see that year on year, month on month, these things are evolving in Pakistan. So this is providing a great enabling environment for us to grow. And alhamdulillah, this is the reason that we as a company are growing 100% plus year on year for the last few years overall, which is great. I think in terms of partnerships, हम लोग की obviously बहुत support और associated partnerships हैं, जिनकी वजह से हम लोग अपने बिजनेस को smoothly grow कर रहे हैं. For example, we have a lot of tablets which we give to our restaurant and home chef partners. Surprisingly, you guys are powering that as well, so we can transmit our orders comfortably. And then we send SMS to our customers for different promotions. But apart from that, there are tons of specialist service providers in Pakistan जिनके साथ हम लोग काम करते हैं to make sure that we are able to grow our business.
All right, amazing. I think that's all the questions that I had with you. I think you guys are doing a great job. I mean, I read this somewhere that the day I'm able to download food, I will start believing in technology. So I think that's basically that's the dream that you're making come true at this point in time. So kudos to that and all the efforts. And I think that all of your riders are really professional as well.
Great.
With that, we will move towards the end of the interview. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me on your show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
We will be back with another episode of Jazz Biz Buzz next month with a new industry, with a new CEO. So stay tuned.
Jazz Business, designed to help you grow.